Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do a Q&A because I haven't actually done one in a while and I have had quite a few questions, especially during this lockdown time when people have a bit more time to do some more art and spend more time on their hobbies. So I've got a list of questions that people have sent me. Ignore my cracked screen. I actually dropped a dumbbell on it at the gym. Yeah, who does that? Who does that? So I'm just going to flick through some questions that I've had through Instagram. By the way, if you do want to ask me any more questions, please put them in the comments below. So the first question is actually to do with the lockdown. So they've just asked, are you getting much art done during lockdown? So I don't know where you're based in the world, but I am in the UK. We've been in lockdown for 3 weeks, so I've actually managed to do quite a lot of art. Like normally I have a full-time job, so I only kind of do evenings, and it's actually quite nice to be able to do some art in the daytime. So I'm concentrating on getting some tutorials out on this channel, and also I've been working on a commission that I have. So question number 2 is, can you get all your art materials at the moment? So do you know, actually a few days before we were going to go into lockdown in the UK, I actually thought, oh, I don't think the shops are going to be open soon. So I rushed to an art store in the UK which is called Hobbycraft, and I literally bought like loads of canvases, loads of paint, loads of art materials, because I knew that the shops were probably going to shut. So yes, I do actually have quite a lot of my art materials. However, at the minute I think you can still order some online. I'm not sure about large things like canvases and stuff, but you can definitely still order paint online in the UK, like Amazon's still working, things like that. So yeah, I'm really lucky I've managed to still get my art materials. So number 3 is, which current art trends are you loving? I must admit I kind of flip between art trends a lot, and I use things like Instagram and Pinterest to kind of see what is trending. So I really love fluid art. I've kind of loved fluid art for the past few years. So I'm definitely into fluid art, but I must admit, like, each month is kind of different. If I see a new thing, I kind of end up going in a different tangent sometimes with my art. If you look at my Instagram, it's kind of a bit all over the place because I'm someone who likes to look at other techniques and try and learn them. So I kind of flip between different styles of art quite a lot, so I'm really sorry guys. But right now I'm kind of loving fashion illustration, so, and using pro markers and things like that. So I could do a couple of videos on that. The next one is, what do you like most about being an artist? Oh, that's quite a good question. The most thing that satisfies me as an artist is teaching other people the techniques that I've learned. I used to do lessons with children and things like that. So that's definitely what I most enjoy about being an artist, is just being able to express myself through art and then be able to show other people how to do it and see their enjoyment through it. Oh baby! My cat's just walked in. She's going to chill out on the rug whilst I finish the questions. Oh, how do you know when a painting is finished? That can be really tricky for a lot of people. I don't seem to find it that hard. I know a lot of people kind of keep going, and then you think, oh, I've kind of overdone it. What I would say is, if you're unhappy with it, rather than carry on going, or if you're not sure if it's finished, I would always wait a few days, just leave it in a corner, and then sometimes I look at it upside down or in a mirror, because I think things show up more, like you can kind of figure out what's gone wrong or where you need to add more details and things like that. I think also what I do sometimes is take a picture of it on my phone and then look at it a bit later, because then I can also sometimes see whether I think it's finished or not. And also just not to expect perfection. Sometimes paintings won't look exactly the way we think they should look, or the vision that we had in mind. Sometimes it goes in a different direction. I think it's better to accept it the way it is rather than add too much and then be unhappy with it. But yeah, I would definitely say take some pictures, look at it further away or upside down or in a mirror. Also ask your friends or family, people that would definitely tell you the truth. How do you store your art? This is a good one because I've just moved rooms. I've actually just kind of stored my art differently. So I'm going to show you how I store my art. Okay, so I have this set of drawers, and inside this drawer I have all my projects that I've been working on recently, but also sketch pads. I have a lot of examples of work here that I use when I'm going to clients, and some blank canvases. So in this drawer I've got all my alcohol inks, I've got my acrylic inks as well. Then I've got things like my varnishes, I've got Floetrol, spray dusters, things like that, isopropyl in that drawer. And then in the bottom drawer I have basically all my sketch pads from art college and fashion college, things like that. Then in this one I've got all my paintbrushes. I've put it in a big clear jar, which is quite handy for when I'm looking through my paintbrushes. I've also got some paints, so I keep them, I probably need to clear it out, but I keep all my paints in this big basket here, all my little paints, so I've got lots of little tubes in there and things like that. And then in this one I keep all my things that I use for resin, so cups and pyramid painters, and then some envelopes and things that I use to send the artwork off. So that's mostly how I keep my art at the moment. What is the hardest part of creating a painting? Oh, I think for me, I mean it's obviously different for everyone, but I think the hardest part is laying down the base colour and all the prep. I really hate doing all the prep, I must admit. I kind of cut corners. Things like sellotaping the back, having to prime a canvas, or having to lay a base coat colour. I actually love the whole process of adding detail and the painting coming together at the end. I even like varnishing, but I just don't like the prep. That's just me, I suppose. Oh, someone said, I'm finding it hard to be inspired to paint. Do you ever feel like that? Definitely, definitely. Even now, actually, when I have time, I'm finding it hard to be inspired to paint. I think what the best thing to do is to actually factor it into your day. So if you're planning out your day, make sure you put a slot in for art. If you're just doing it as a hobby, then don't feel like you have to do it. But if you have a commission or some work on and you want to get it done in a certain amount of time, I like to put it in a diary and actually factor between 8 and 10, or I mean I'm a night owl, so I tend to do things at night, but if you prefer to paint in the morning, then just sector some time in the morning. And just what I usually do to get myself in the mood is just go and make myself a cup of tea, and then I bring it upstairs, put it beside my painting, and I just think, right, I'm gonna do it. And then I put on either some music or a podcast or something to kind of relax me, I suppose. If I'm really, really uninspired, I will kind of flick through some Pinterest pages of other people's art, and then it kind of makes me excited to do my own. So maybe give that a try, but also just accept that sometimes you don't want to paint, and that's okay as well. One is, does it ever get lonely painting all day? I'm pretty sure it does. I mean, I don't paint all day because I'm not a full-time artist, but I can imagine that if you were painting all day, it can get quite lonely. It depends, I think, as well, if you're someone who enjoys being on your own or if you're a social person. I'm quite a social person. I like to be around people. I don't even need to speak to people. I just like being in like an environment with lots of people. That's when I think probably getting something like a studio would help, because then maybe you can be in a complex with lots of other people. Do you keep your own paintings in your home? I do actually. There's one right there. I like to have a mixture though. I quite like to have other people's artwork up or other paintings in the house. I like appreciating other people's art, so yeah, definitely a mixture. So that's it today for the art questions. It was just a short video, but I just wanted to say hello because I haven't been on this channel in a while, and also just make sure that I send lots of love to you guys, and I hope you're all keeping safe. I hope you're enjoying the tutorials that I'm putting out, and please let me know in the comments below if there's anything you'd like me to do or try. Thanks for watching today. If you would like to see some more art tutorials, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back soon with a new video. Bye guys!